How is it that just about every time I need to make a new video, I'm sick, Jen?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Wait, how are you sick? You're a robot.
Again, your guess is as good as mine.
Well, this video's not gonna make itself. You ready?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Jen, are you okay? It's her first time being sick. She's probably not thinking too straight. I'll just go ahead and start. Being such a longtime fan of Sonic the Hedgehog, you all probably know I was wanting to see the second Sonic movie, especially with how hopeful I felt with the first movie, and I'm not gonna lie, I loved this movie. I'm not gonna give away that big of spoilers, I'm just gonna go over the main parts of the movie and a few references to the games in the movie. Warning, there are minor spoilers ahead, and if you're okay with that, I'll get into it. The second movie picks up where the first movie left off, with Dr. Eggman on the Mushroom Planet, and this beginning scene is such a good indication of what we're gonna have in this movie. Based on what we see in the posters for this movie, I was worried the human characters would barely exist in this one, but I'm happy to say that isn't the case, and in case any of you are wondering, yes, there is flossing in this movie. I won't say who it's from, though. Of course, from the trailers, obviously Knuckles and Tails are in this movie, and I think they play their parts well enough, being similar to the game versions of themselves. Surprisingly, I didn't like Knuckles in the games as a kid, but he has grown on me over the years, and a similar comparison can be said for the movie version of him. I didn't really enjoy Knuckles as... God, it's so hard to talk normally with a stuffed nose, you have no idea. I didn't really enjoy Knuckles' parts in the trailer as much as a lot of people did going into this movie, and I was a bit indifferent on him in this movie, until the last parts. After that, I thought, okay, that's the Knuckles I enjoy, I love him. The human characters were enjoyable enough too. I was kind of indifferent about the parts of the movie with them in it, except for one scene that revealed something big from the games that I lost my shit over in the theater. You have no idea how excited I was to hear it. But I wouldn't say it was boring per se. More so, this is nice, but I want to see more Dr. Eggman and Sonic. And speaking of, both look just as good, if not better than their first film adaptations. I love Eggman's new outfit so much, I'm cosplaying it at the next convention I attend. It's so amazing. I'll leave links in the description and comments if you're interested in seeing it. The only complaint I have with the characters is that Dr. Eggman, or Robotnik, if you want to be technical about it, I just call him Dr. Eggman. He isn't that much like the game version of himself like the end of the first movie made out to be. But that is a very minor complaint because he was a great Robotnik in this movie, and Sonic has grown a good amount as a character, while Agent Stone... Oh man, Agent Stone. I love him more in this movie, and minor spoiler, his cafe is named Mean Bean, which I did not realize until I got home, is a direct reference to Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean machine. That is probably the closest we will get to Pingage in these movies, and I love it. We got a bunch of great game references in the movie too. I noticed every single one of them, and we even got a few meme references too. Tails is wonderful and was immediately my niece's favorite. Knuckles was my sister and my mom's favorite as well. Mine was naturally Eggman still. Even if he wasn't what I hoped he'd be, I still loved it. I really hope Jim Carrey doesn't retire. There is no other person to replace Jim Carrey as Eggman. Even the producer or director said that, whichever one it is. He's too perfect. Shit. The lore behind the movie was great, the story was good and better paced than the first one was in my opinion, the animation was insane, CGI has come a long way, and the ending was wonderful as well. There's a post-credits scene I predicted and loved as well. I even met a new friend in the theater and he got most, if not all, the references that I did. He had a Sonic and Knuckles shirt, so that was a good sign he'd get the things I did. I wore my Sonic hat I've had for nearly 10 years now. I couldn't find any of my damn Sonic shirts, or they were just too small or too worn out for me to confidently wear at the theater. My sister had an eye appointment beforehand, so we had to sit in the second row closest to the screen because her eyes were so dilated. You could see the pixelation, we were so close. I had to turn my head to see the rest of the screen, but I could still see about 80% of the screen looking normally, so it wasn't bad. So, as a Sonic fan, would I say I was happy with this movie? Yeah, pretty much. Its pros far outweigh the few cons I have of the movie, and I liked it even more than the first movie, and I'm really excited to see where they go from here with the Sonic movies. I'd give the second Sonic movie a good 8 out of 5. 8 out of 5. I'd give the second Sonic movie a good 8.5 out of 10. As a game to media adaptation, I'd say this movie is one of the best ones, up there with Wreck-It Ralph and the Cuphead show, I'd say. Hopefully we get that with the new Super Mario Bros. Movie, but knowing who's making it and how much Nintendo loves pissing off its fans, it's kinda hard to be optimistic. But yeah, the second Sonic movie is amazing and more than worth a watch to me. I can't wait to see it in 4K when it comes out physically. Actually, the last time I said that was about the Matrix trilogy. Wait, I made that video on Christmas Eve. I still haven't watched Revolutions in 4K, and it's May. Here I come, Keanu!